much for joining us. We have an awesome show for you guys today. But before we get into all that, make sure you hit that like and you hit that subscribe so you guys can keep up with all of our weekly content that we have for you every week. All right, you guys, hit like, hit subscribe, and let's get into our amazing guest that we have joining us today. She is so cute, you guys. You have no idea. Her name is Taydee Marie. She is here. She's a singer. She's an influencer, and she's been playing the piano since forever, and it's so beautiful. Check her out on Instagram. Taydee, thank you so much for joining us. I just have to say, I saw you on Instagram, and in person, you're just even more beautiful.
Aww.
You're so beautiful.
So are you. I saw you on the podcast, and I was like, man, she's so pretty. And then I see you in person, and you're just as pretty.
Thank you so much. So tell us a little about where you're from. You've been playing the piano. You're so amazing at it. When did you start doing that?
So I'm originally from Arkansas. Like, my family and I, we moved around so much, and I am a writer at heart. I'm good at hiding it, but I'm very much like an introvert.
Ooh, what's your sign, Jane?
I'm a Libra.
A Libra. I like to ask everybody their signs. I know.
Which is not, I don't think, very common for Libras, but I am more introverted at heart, and so I asked for a keyboard for, I think it was Christmas when I was 14, I think.
Oh,
and
14.
My parents got me like a keyboard, and I just started playing. I don't know why, but I literally put that keyboard in my closet. So I would play for hours just inside my closet.
In the closet. Oh my God, did it drive your parents crazy? They were like, oh.
They were like, oh, they were like, my mom would go by and like put her head on the door.
Make sure you're still in there. Yeah. Do you have siblings?
I do. They're a lot older than me, so they moved out so I have a sister, she's 7 years older than me, and I have a brother, and he's 11 years older than me, so towards the end, it's like kind of being an only child that I have all these adorable nieces and nephews.
Yeah. So tell me about your career in singing. When did it get serious for you? I know you have your song So Amazing. Tell me about that.
So it's been a bit of a journey.
Yeah.
I moved out to California, 5 or 6 years ago.
Okay.
And the first 2 years, I wanted to give to the community, so I volunteered at a nonprofit organization, and I actually interned there. So I was staying there and just helping the community. And then I was like, I'm ready to get serious about music, and I joined a rock band.
You joined a rock band?
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
I love this. Is there anywhere we can see this?
Yeah. The band is called Edgewater Angel, and we still have 5 songs on Spotify and stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah. And that was fun, but then I was like, I want to get more into pop and singer-songwriter. I want to be writing I co-wrote in the band, and I wanted to be writing more myself.
Right. What's that process like?
It's different every time. So, my most recent songs have been, my producer sends me tracks.
Okay.
And then, I'll write to the track, and, a lot of times I just make up stories.
Yeah, girl. That's what you gotta do.
And then I will go back, and he'll give me some direction. But when I'm writing just for myself, it's, on the keyboard. Sometimes it starts with the melody. Sometimes it starts with the lyrics. Every time, though, it has to start with inspiration. I think that's the hardest part, is finding inspiration.
What was the inspiration for the show?
The show, okay, so I was thinking about, not preschool, but preteens.
Yeah.
That's such an awkward time of your life.
Yes.
And I was thinking about these relationships where it's you have a relationship on the phone, and say these two people are talking on the phone, and it's you're in a relationship, but then in public it's so awkward, and then there's nothing going on.
Yep.
So that's what this show is about. It's about that awkwardness.
It's almost like when you have friends or people that you know on Instagram or Facebook, and then you see them in real life, and you're like, I don't know you at all, but we talk all the time,
Yes.
That's so amazing. And so what has it been like in the music industry for you as a woman? What's it been like? Has it been tough? What's trials and tribulations that have happened in the business? Tell me about that.
Well, thankfully, I've been, really blessed to work with, a lot of good people. There have been times where, one time there's this whole situation that I was the only female in the room.
Ooh.
And then one of the guys literally said, he's like, in the middle of a business meeting, looks over at me and he's like, "You talk too high pitch.
Excuse me?
You should talk with more of your like chest voice." I'm like,
What?
like, would you say that to a man in the middle of a meeting?
Right.
But
was the meeting for you, or was it about, what was it about?
it had nothing to do with me. Like, I was there as well, it kind of did. Like, I was there to take notes because that was more of like it's a long story. It was supposed to be like acting, but it ended up being where I was like doing secretary work.
And out of nowhere, he's like, "You need to change the way you speak."
Yeah. One of the guys in the group just like, and I'm just like the person taking notes, you know, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, like, I've worked with like a lot of really amazing people, and I also, my mom, she's been with me every step of the way. And she's a bulldog. So.
Oh God, I love it. Yes, I've met your mother. I really like her, but don't mess with her, right?
Yeah, you don't want to mess with her.
So have you always had amazing family support since the beginning of everything in your career?
Yes, I've been like really blessed with my family because like I couldn't be out here doing what I'm doing without them, and they've really helped me they're so supportive.
That's amazing. Talk to me what it was like growing up in Arkansas and now coming to California. Because obviously it's so different, right? Was it like a culture shock when you came here?
A little bit. But so when I was like, I think 13, I found out.
Which, by the way, I'm like, is that like yesterday?
No.
You look so young, so beautiful. I love it.
Oh, thank you. I when I was 13, like, I had never been to California, but I'd heard about it, and I heard, like, that's where, like, all the music people go. Like,
right.
And so I was like, I told my family, having never been there, I'm going to move to California when I'm 18. And they, like, laughed, and then my mom was like, she was like, if you do, but she was kind of laughing at me. She's like, I'm going to go with you. I didn't know she was serious.
She wasn't playing around.
She did. She came out here with me, which I'm thankful for. But I didn't think that was going to happen.
Right.
Yeah, but my stepdad also works out here. Like, it was crazy. Right before I was about to move, he got a job out here. Yeah.
It was meant to be.
Yeah. It was really crazy.
How do you stay motivated? It's such a hard industry to be in, you know, especially like younger, and there's people that will like prey on you. How do you like stay motivated to like, this is what I'm going to do?
I think the core of it, like, you have to believe in yourself.
Yeah.
And like, there's been a lot of time in my life where I haven't believed in myself.
Yeah.
But I don't know, going through this, and like, I'm really glad for my family's support. But I finally got into a place where I really believe in myself. And so when because everybody, like, I don't know what it is, but everybody wants to take advantage of a starving artist.
Girl, yes, they do.
Yes.
I'll do this for you. Just pay me this fee. And you're like, what? And when I moved here, that happened to me too. And I was just giving money away and nothing was happening, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm very familiar with that. And so it takes, like, I stay motivated because I believe in myself, and I'm like, I'm going to make it. Like,
yes.
Like, I will fight, not like fight, like, you know.
I'm like, watch out.
I mean, like, I will, you know, work my butt off. Like, I'll outwork whoever I need to outwork, you know, and take the right opportunities. Because, like, there's definitely been some, like, opportunities, and I'm like, you know, should I take this? Should I not take this? And I'm glad, like, I can, you know, talk to my family about it, and like they've helped me, like help direct me, because
do you go with your gut and your family, like, or do you just like, how do you do that process when you're picking something?
It's a few different factors. Like, for me, like, I'm a Christian, and so one thing that like I do is I pray about it, and I try to let God lead me. And
oh my God, I love that.
Are you?
Yeah, absolutely. Same. Got goosebumps.
Aww.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I try to like let God direct my steps, and sometimes it's a little scary. Like, for instance, like I spent my first 2 years here during like a very like pivotal age, and back then I didn't like realize like you know.
Of course, you never do when you're in it. It's always like you look back and you're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. But like I spent 2 years like not focused on music and working at that nonprofit organization,
right.
and I'm really thankful that I did. But there are times that I look back and I'm like, should I have just gone straight into the music industry? And I have to remind myself, no, like, you let God direct your steps. He'll work everything out for your good. So,
Taydee, you're exactly where you're supposed to be, and whatever's meant for you is meant for you. I truly believe that. You know what I'm saying? Because God, it's like He knows, I believe in like a grand design, and it will come when you're ready, and you're exactly where you're supposed to be. I truly believe that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And so, Taydee, that's your nickname, right?
Yes.
How did you get that?
Okay, so my real name is Kaylee.
Kaylee, yes.
Yes, and when I don't even know, when I first started talking, like, I could not say my name to save my life. So I literally said, I Taydee baby.
Oh my God, that is so okay.
So I gave myself that name, and my whole family called me Taydee until I was about, I don't know, like somewhere between 9 and 12 they stopped. And
oh my God, so cute.
I was like trying to brand myself better.
Yeah.
And it's like, Kaylee is like so common, it's really hard to even find a spelling where it's like different. And then like I had a different spelling, but it was like dots and everything. So it's like, you know what? I'm gonna go back to my childhood.
Go back to the original. I love that. I want to talk to you about social media pressure. Like I listened to some of your songs, and some of them were about depression and just being vulnerable. How do you handle that? Because like being in the public eye, people are going to come at you and say weird things. How does that affect you?
So like, this is another reason I'm really thankful that I devoted those 2 years, because like I grew a lot as a person,
Mm-hmm.
like working. We did a lot of like work with homeless people and different things, but it's also a Christian organization, and so like I have dealt with depression in my life, and I was able to like go to counseling and really get my mind straightened out. So now I'm not saying like I don't struggle, but like
Of course.
I've definitely found ways to like cope through the struggle and not like be stuck in such a negative mindset, because like you cannot like be in a negative mindset and do anything out here, because like you have to have thick skin, because people will say like the rudest
They
things.
say the rudest things. I mean, it's just I try not to look at those comments, but you know those times where it's like so many positive things and you focus on the one. You know, does that ever happen to you?
Yeah, that definitely happens. Like, there's just so many different people that come at you, and
Yeah.
you don't know like who is like the right person and who the snakes are.
Who the
And
snakes are.
There's a lot more snakes than there are like the good people.
Right, yeah. But luckily you have your mom, which is amazing, because some people come out here and they don't have anyone. Their support system is zero, so you're very lucky to have that.
Yeah.
So what are you working on now? Like what's happening in your life right now?
So right now I've got 4 more songs to release.
Yes, Taydee.
2 of which I worked with Sean Don. He's a rapper, and just like he's also a Christian, and so my producer / manager Andrew Lane introduced me to he didn't introduce me, I'm sorry. Sean Don saw me on his Instagram page.
Okay.
And he like was looking at my page, and he was like, I really like you and I want to work with you. I was like, that's so amazing, because like he apparently doesn't do this. Like my manager, when I told him, like he didn't believe me. So
They're like, Taydee. Like, no, I'm telling you the truth.
not like didn't believe me, but it was just kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But so it was really good working with him, and I'm really excited to release those songs, but I'm also excited to go back in the studio and start recording, like going back to more my singer-songwriter roots.
Yeah, how would you describe yourself? Because it's like pop, but then singer-songwriter too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wanted to have, because when I sit down at my piano, it's like almost like therapy for me.
Yeah.
And so some of my songs seem like maybe depressing, but I hope people see like the liberation in them. Like
Absolutely.
like it helps to like address the issue and like just sing it out, you know?
Yeah, that's how you express yourself creatively. And I think when people are going through things and they hear someone talking about it, it makes them feel seen and like they're not the only one. So I think that's amazing, right?
Yeah, it helps me. Like it's definitely something that I've always gone to like, it's like my therapy.
Yeah.
But when I write on tracks, it's all like, sometimes it's about me, but mostly like I'm making up these stories, because like I love to tell stories.
Yeah, you're a songwriter. That's
Yeah.
what you do. You're telling stories.
And the funny thing is, like, I've never gone through like a breakup I've never, like, I've dated, like, very, very few people, but I've never had, like, a serious boyfriend.
Oh.
And so I've never gone through, like, a heart-wrenching, breakup. But I write a bunch of breakup songs, like, thankfully. I mean, not thankfully. It's, like, a good and bad situation.
Yeah.
My sister has been through, like, some breakups.
Yeah.
So I'm able to, like, take...
Channel
through
her.
What she says, like, she's my muse in quite a few songs.
Oh, I love that. Oh, I saw on your Instagram it said me and my minis. Are those your nieces?
Yes.
Okay, because I was like, wait, Jay, you got kids? No.
I have a cat.
Okay, me too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
My cat's name is Benjamin Button, but I call him Benji.
Oh my God, so cute. I love that. I want to ask you more about your brand. Do people ever try to like push you in directions? I feel like people would be like, she's country, she's from Arkansas. And like, how do you feel about that?
I constantly get told that. Like, just today, somebody was like, I'm really good at branding people, and I would brand you as country.
Yeah, totally. But that's so not, like, when you hear you sing and you see your things, like, I see this whole other side. But I also see, like, visually, like, maybe why they would think that, yeah.
Yeah, see, I can see that, too, and I'm not opposed to doing, like, because I like writing in every genre.
Okay.
So I have actually some country songs that I've written that are just, like, I've never shown to anybody. It's just, like, I have, like, I don't know. I just like to experiment with different things.
Yeah.
So I'm not opposed to doing country music, but I definitely don't, like, that's not
what's pulling you.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you first write a song and you finish it, who listens to it first? And do you get Sheila?
My mom.
Of course. Yes! I love that. Do you get nervous when you're like having someone listen to your song? I feel like it'd be such a vulnerable thing when that happens.
It is. It's mom, and then, like, I've written just a couple for my boyfriend. And
ooh, Taydee's off the market.
The funny thing is like, they're both the most blunt and honest people, which I love.
Yes, you need that.
But if the song sucks, they will let you know that the song's they'll also let you know, like, if it's good. So the thing is, like, I appreciated their honesty because,
of course, they're like, Taydee, this ain't it, girl. This ain't it.
Exactly. They do that.
So you have a boyfriend. How do you balance your busy life and your love life? Yes, I started working on your Instagram. You guys are like a freaking Hallmark couple.
Aww.
Like, so beautiful. I was like, yes, Taydee, get it, girl.
Thank you. So I think the thing that makes it work is we're so driven, like, on our careers. Like, he's a jiu-jitsu fighter, and he works, like, his butt off to be the best that he can be. And I work my butt off to be the best that I can be. And so, like, we really only see each other on the weekends, which for most couples, like, that wouldn't work.
Yeah.
But for us, it's like, we understand one another. Like, we understand, like, we're both very busy. And it just helps to, like, have that understanding to be able to balance it. But he's also an introvert. So, like, he doesn't like to go networking with me, which is good because, like, I don't want to have to, like, like, have to worry about him while I'm also trying to network with people. Because I don't, so it works really well because we understand each other.
That's so beautiful. And what do you do for self-care? When do you, like, take a breath and breathe and decompress? Like, what are you doing? Are you hanging out with your boyfriend? Are you reading a book? What are you doing?
It depends. So sometimes, one thing actually that I really love to do is go hiking. And just being in nature and just, like.
Do you go to Runyon?
I have been.
Okay.
But I haven't,
Runyon's like an LA hike. It's not like a hike.
Yeah. I'm up in the valley, so we have a lot of different hiking trails. But I've heard that we also have mountain lions. I've never personally seen them. Yeah, girl. But it freaks me out sometimes when I'm hiking and there's, like, no other person.
I've never seen them either, but I'm like, if people think they're there, I'm like, let me just be alert.
Yeah. But that, and then like, getting it out in a song, like, just going to my piano and just thinking about all the things that are bothering me and just writing them all down, and then somehow I, like, put it into a song. I feel like once I have the inspiration, the song, like, getting the inspiration is the hardest part, and then the song just kind of, it's like putting puzzle pieces together. Right. So that helps. I think those are my two
Those are your two things?
Yeah.
You just said the word inspire. My next question, I was going to say, who inspires you? What artist do you look up to?
I'm inspired by a lot of different things. So, two artists like that I like they're, you know, sadly they're not here anymore. But I really love like Amy Winehouse.
Oh, don't you love her?
Yes.
Oh,
and Kurt Cobain. I just hate like
Kurt Cobain. Look at you, Taydee. Yes, I like that.
I love Nirvana. I just hate like what happened to them.
Yeah.
And like I can relate to like their lyrics because they're very real and honest.
Just raw, right?
Yeah, and it was about like what they were going through in their life. It's just I wish they would have been able to like live out their life, and
of course,
like we would have like as they got healthier in their minds, we would have gotten to see those lyrics as well.
Yeah.
But sadly,
but it's like what we were talking about earlier. It's like even though it's these deep things, it's like it speaks true because you know like that's really what's going on with them. You know,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so where did you like learn, where did you get your motivation from in your family? Is it from your mom? Is it from your dad? Like where did this come from?
My parents are definitely motivating me because like I said, I'm more introverted and like I might still just be in my closet playing my keyboard if it wasn't for
when
them.
I see you on Instagram, I would never think that when you're like singing. There's this one video of you in the car and I just felt so much energy from it. It was so beautiful.
Aww,
yeah.
Thank you.
So thank you so much for joining us. You've been so amazing. We're going to do some rapid fire questions before we let you go. Very easy. Nothing crazy. Okay. What's your favorite movie? It's a great story.
Oh gosh. I love all the Star Wars movies.
Oh.
You've never seen
I know, Taydee. I know. Don't judge me.
Okay, I can't judge you because I always said I would never be with somebody who has never seen Star Wars. But my boyfriend hates Star Wars. I'm like, how can you hate Star Wars?
Oh, I don't hate it. I haven't seen it.
Like,
okay.
I tried to watch a couple episodes with him and he just like would not.
Wasn't into it.
Yeah. And I'm like, I can't believe you don't like Star Wars. I love all those, and I love the Goonies.
Oh my god,
really old.
So
I like
an old soul.
I am.
For sure. You absolutely are. I love that. Okay, who's your celebrity crush? Unless your boyfriend's gonna get mad.
He wouldn't get mad, but I can't think. I don't really have a celebrity crush.
Yeah, we'll move on from that one. Tell us about any creepy DMs you've ever received. Any creepy stories?
Yes. So I get these like.
I bet you get a lot, Taydee.
Not a super ton, but there are like some guys that have gotten into my DMs and they're like, they give like a long thing and they're like, do you want to be my sugar baby? Like give like the payment.
Okay, that's not what I was thinking. Oh my god, really?
Yeah. Okay. And they're like, I'll pay you this much, and like I don't even respond, but they have this all in one message. And
just
I'm like,
cut and paste them, girl.
Yeah. Or I get people like, hey, can you send me pictures of your feet?
Taydee, stop it. And I always think when these messages come, I'm like, who's actually responding to this? Are there people responding?
That's what
I mean, there must be, right?
There's, I guess.
Oh my god, well, good for them. More power to them.
Yeah,
they're where they're supposed to be.
Oh my god,
you're so cute. All right, you guys, there you have it. Taydee Marie, sorry. Taydee Marie, she's so cute. You guys, we have more episodes coming. Make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe, and we will see you next time. I'm Drea Renee.